Okay, so today I am back for another recipe. Today I am going to show you guys how to make some really awesome French fries. It does take just a little bit of time, but I'm going to show you how to do it anyways because it's well worth making your own French fries. So basically here I have two russet potatoes that I am going to take and go over to the sink and peel. And as soon as I'm done with that, I'll be right back. And we'll continue this recipe and I'll show you how to cut these up. Okay, hang in there for a second. All right, so here we go with the potatoes. I'm going to show you guys how to cut these up. These got to be a little bit thick. I'm going to show you how to square off some of these potatoes too. Pretty simple, nothing hard. Let me grab a knife. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're just going to square off the edge, just like that, and we're going to square off this edge. Just like this. We're going to square off that edge. I'm using, I don't know if I said it or not, but I'm using a russet potato here. That's just what I chose to do today. But you can use a Yukon Gold. You can use whatever other potato that you want to use is totally fine. Okay, so we have potato that's pretty square. The only you don't have to do this. The only reason why I'm doing this is because of presentation at the end. Other than that, you can just leave these exactly how the potato is. You don't have to take the time and cut this, but this is, you'll see what happens after I plate this, what the squaring off does to it. Okay, so that looks pretty square. So we're going to start cutting our potatoes up. Now, kind of like my rule of thumb is you want to either take your thumb or your forefinger, and that's where you're going to wind up cutting it from, right? So if you took your thumb, it's somewhere around right here. So these are the sizes that you want to do, right? So you're going to have some good sized potatoes. That's what the whole thing of fish and chips is. And then you're going to take this one and you're going to cut this into a third. Okay, just like that. And these are going to be your potatoes. So I know that might look a little bit big. They're meant to be. Okay, this and this. And the same thing. Actually, this one here, because it's the end piece, you can just cut it in half. Okay, so once again, we're just going to take this potato, we're going to cut it in thirds going this way, just like that, and then we're going to turn around, go one there, and one there, okay, just like that, one there, and one there. Now you should try to get them somewhat even, because cooking time makes a difference. You know, some might be a little bit bigger. If you see some that are just like really big, you can trim those up. This one here, I might just take the edge off, just like that. So other than that, they're pretty much all the same. I'm going to take these over, and this one here's a little bit big too. Okay, so here's our fries for our fish and chips. I'm going to take you over and put these in a pot of boiling water, and we're going to leave them there for probably about 20 minutes until they're fork tender. Okay, that's the catch here, until they're fork tender. Okay, so what we're going to do is I have my potatoes in my Dutch oven pot here, and what we're going to do is we're going to rinse these. Okay, we're going to rinse these a couple of times. Could be two, could be one, could be two, depends on how much starch is in these potatoes. But we're going to turn around and kind of roll these around a little bit, get some of the starch off them until the water kind of runs clear. So you can see how murky it is. I do these the same exact way that I do my hash browns, home fries. That is up on my YouTube channel right now if you want to take a peek at that on how to make some really awesome home fries. So I'm a big fan of removing the starch from your potatoes. So Let me do this a couple more times, and when the water runs clear, I will bring these to the stove, put them on high, bring them up to a boil, and then I will back the heat off of them and cook them for probably about 20 minutes until they're soft. Okay, so you can see how clear the water is. The only thing that I'm going to do here is I'm going to just put a little bit of salt in the water. Not much, just a couple pinches. And I got my heat on high. I'm going to let these come up when you start to see the water boil. It's going to be like probably 15 minutes, you know, or so. I guess it depends on how big you cut your potatoes. This part of the recipe is very difficult to say exactly when your potatoes are going to be done. But you want them just like if you were making a potato salad or you're making, you know, regular mashed potatoes. You want to be able to put the fork in or put a knife in them, and you want to be able to, it should go in smooth. Okay, so that's where you want to get these to, and then we're going to take them out here. We're going to put them on a wire rack, which I have right here, and then we're going to let them cool, and then they're going in the refrigerator. I know this is a little bit of a process, but if you want good fish and chips, follow this recipe. This is going to be a good one. Okay, I'm going to let these do their thing, and I will be back. Okay, so these have been going for about 20 minutes. So we'll just get the last remaining of these. And then once they sit here for a little bit. Okay, so I think that's about it. That's what we got. We still got some big potatoes left, so that's good. All right, so now we are going to let these sit here and cool. And we're going to let these cool down to about room temperature, so these may take a half hour to cool. Then we're going to put these in the refrigerator, and we're going to let these get cold, because right now these are so delicate because of what you just did. You know, you just cooked them, you just boiled them, so you could see like the white, see the white part right here? It almost looks like cheese. Like Parmesan cheese. That is what you want. There's nothing wrong with that. It's exactly what you want. But just be careful with these because these are so delicate right now. Okay, so I'm going to let these rest for a little while. I'm going to clean up a little bit of my mess here, and we're going to show you. We're going to fry these up, and I'll get the oil ready, and we'll be back with you guys probably within an hour, but because of technology, I'll be back with you in probably 2 seconds. All right, so I just pulled the potatoes out of the refrigerator. I let these sit in there for, you can remember, like we cooked these. I can't go too far with it here. These French fries or chips, whatever you want to call them, these were in the freezer, I'm sorry, the refrigerator for, probably an hour or so, I would say. You got to get them nice, and you want to get them, because they're cooked, you want to get them, you know, so they're not so pliable, so they'll actually fry. Okay, so our temperature, I do have a thermometer in here, as you can see. The oil is at 280, so we're going to take the cold chips and we're going to put them in the oil, and we're not going to overcrowd this. So remember that these French fries slash chips are very cold, so we don't want to lose a lot of temperature in the oil. So we're gonna fry these in 2 batches. We're not gonna fry them for too long. We're gonna fry them for probably only about, I don't know, just a few minutes. The only thing you're looking for here is you're looking to put just a little bit of a crust on them. You know, maybe to a point where you're getting a little brown spots on them. And then you're going to pull them, and that's it. That's all you're going to do. This is the first fry, because we're going to fry them again. In the next fry, we're going to go to, we're going to fry these at like 350 to 370. So once that happens, that's when you're going to get all the color on them, and then they're going to be ready to plate and eat. So this is what we got going on. I'm going to cut cut the video for a second. I'm going to finish these up, put the second batch in, and I will be back to show you guys exactly what the color of these are supposed to look like when they're done at 280 degrees. Okay, so I am ready to pull the second batch of fries. Now, it's probably going to be very, very difficult to see exactly what I'm talking about, but if you look, I don't know if you can see it, you're probably not. If you look right here, you're going to see little brown spots, okay, like they're cooking, obviously. And this is when you want to pull them. You don't want to let them go much between there because, like I said, it's a double fry. You're frying them at this temperature, and then as soon as these are out of the pan or out of the pot, what we're going to do is we're going to boost the temperature up. And yep, see, so they're done. They got little brown spots on them, so these are done. So we just transfer these to a wire rack. Yeah, see, little brown spots on them. Okay, so this is what you do. That's the first fry. So now we're going to boost the temperature up, and we're going to drop them back in. We are now on to the second fry of doing the French fries. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the same exact thing. Nothing's changing here. The same exact thing. We're just going to drop these in, and we're going to fry these for the second time. Again, I'm not going to overcrowd the pot, and we're going to fry these until they get golden brown. Okay, this shouldn't take too long. It should only take like a minute or two, but that's what we're doing here. We're just doing this until they get golden brown, and then we're going to pull them. And that is going to be how you guys make homemade French fries. And these are going to go quick. These are only going to be in here for about a minute. See how they're turning? Because the oil's hot, 365 degrees. But we're going to fry these until they're super golden brown. Okay, I'm going to fry these, and I'm going to throw the next batch in, and I'll show you exactly what they look like when they come out. Alright, so the second batch of French fries are almost done. You can see how they're coming out. They're coming out really good, but we're going to let them go just a little bit longer. Just a little side note here too. I'm cooking on an electric range. If it was my choice, I would not be cooking on an electric range. So it's very difficult to maintain your temperature. At least for oil, it's very, very difficult because the burner keeps coming on, keeps going off, keeps going on, keeps coming off. You all know the deal. With a gas range, you can be a little bit more consistent with the oil temperature, but I'm having really good luck because, you know, I have a thermometer here. It does help. So, you know, for you guys that have electric ranges, maybe invest a few dollars or so into a thermometer. That may help you guys if you guys have a problem maintaining temperature. At least it'll give you a guide. Okay, so look at, see, look how gorgeous they are, right? They're beautiful, absolutely beautiful. They're not too difficult to do French fries. You know, you cut them up, you rinse them, you get the starch out of them. You put them, you cut them up to size just like this. You put them in the refrigerator for an hour, take them out, hit them the first time at 280 degrees until you get just a little bit of brownness on the edges or whatever, take them out, and then you're going for a second bath at 365. That's very important. All right, look, hey. And another thing, before I forget, usually one large potato, whatever potato you want to use. You can use a Yukon Gold. These are happen to be russet potatoes, which are very good. It takes well to a French fry or a chip, whatever you guys want to call these. I'm sorry, I'm getting sidetracked because I don't want these to burn. So yeah, anyways, back to what I was saying. Usually one large potato for a serving. So if that helps you guys out. Okay, so here's what it is now, right? Look at these, they're beautiful. All right, so these are done. We're pulling those. We're going to put them on our bacon tray over here with a screen on it and a paper towel. And then the only thing that we're going to do over here is we're going to kill the heat on the oil, obviously, because we are done with that. And now we are going to show you guys this here. Look at those. They're phenomenal. Okay, the only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to throw some salt on these, let them cool down for a bit, and then I'm going to plate them up. It's on to plating up these French fries. These French fries came out fantastic, I have to say. Okay, so how I would start doing something like this is I would serve these with a little bit of ketchup in the middle, and then I would just take our fries and just basically ring the dish just like this. All right, something like that, and then maybe just a little parsley, just for a little bit of color. Okay, it's perfect. This is exactly how I make French fries. So if you guys like this recipe, subscribe, like, and share. If you could, put a thumbs up. That'd be great. And yeah, so this is how we make homemade French fries, and now you guys have that recipe. Okay, everybody, have a great day and enjoy these French fries. You are absolutely going to love these. Okay, until the next time, everybody be good, everybody be safe. Until the next video.